What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we're talking Digimon rumors. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about the Digimon trading card game, there is one question which is always hanging out there and always teasing us, and the question is, but when's it getting released outside of Japan? And is it getting released outside of Japan? And I am going to keep bringing you updates when we know more. When it's confirmed, and I honestly, genuinely do believe it will be confirmed. Again, this is weirdly unconfirmed, but I do believe in my heart that it will be confirmed one day. That is going to be about the happiest video I've ever made on either of my channels. Check out PTCG Radio, we talk Pokemon, yay! But there are some things happening lately which have given us a lot more reason, shall we say, for a little bit of hope. Now, what is kind of weird is that there is a news story which has come around this week, something that's happened, something's been posted that could be really good news, really bad news, or not really news at all. What's gone and happened is that one of the prominent online sellers, Japan You Want, and shout out to Adam Harvey for posting this in the Facebook group, has gone and basically confirmed that they are not selling Digimon TCG products internationally. Now, what we've got here is a message from Adam going, hello, will you be restocking a Digimon card game? And a reply from Japan You Want saying, we would love to sell them, but unfortunately the product company has banned the sale of Digimon card games to international markets, so we are unable to sell them in our store. We appreciate your understanding. Best regards. Okay then. Here's the thing though. It's not like they're not being sold anywhere. If we head on over to amazon.co.japan or .co.jp, we can go and search for Digimon card games, and they're all being sold quite nicely. Now you might be thinking, well, hang on a second, Wassy. That doesn't prove anything. I'm not gonna prove it by showing you my address for moderately obvious reasons, but if I head on over to the checkout, and yes, obviously I've got an Amazon Japan account. If you don't, you really should. Not everything ships, but a lot of stuff will ship outside of Japan, and you know, there's a lot of cool stuff in Japan. And we have a little bit of a lovely look here. It does actually ship. I can get these shipped to me right now. So what's going on? And the answer is we don't know. Now, in my other life, when I'm not making videos, I teach. And I teach a little bit of maths, and I teach law, and I teach business. They are my subjects. That's what I know. So when it comes to business, I like to think I've got a little bit more insight than your average person. Not to sound big-headed, but I have been studying, teaching, and researching business for the past 16 years. I've picked up a couple of things. And one of the things we always need to remember in business, we rarely have perfect information. And the fact of the matter is, right now, we don't have perfect information. There are many, many possible reasons why this might be happening. It might be happening because Japan You Want have annoyed Bandai. They might be the first, and Bandai are actually going after everybody. We don't know. But let's assume that Bandai are stopping the sale of cards internationally. There are potentially, let's say, 3 reasons, and I'll add some more if we need to. Reason number 1, and this is the one we're hoping for, they are getting ready for an international launch. And that means that they want to stop us buying Japanese cards and wait to buy English cards. If you want a parallel for this, if you go over to the Nintendo eShop at the moment and you try buying Pikmin 3 on the Wii U, you can't. Pikmin 3 is no longer available to buy on the Wii U store. The Nintendo Online store. It's not there. Why? The reason is extremely simple. Pikmin 3 has been confirmed for the Nintendo Switch. And that means that Nintendo don't want you buying on Wii U, they want you buying on the Switch. Maybe that's the kind of thing going on here. Now, of course, reason number 2, they actually have no interest in cards being sold internationally, and what they're actually trying to do is just hurt the game. Just stop it being sold internationally and protecting their rights. Reason number 3, something else, some weird kind of middle ground that we have absolutely no idea of. Yeah, I know it's a cop-out, and I'm not even a little bit sorry. You see, the fact of the matter is there are a million different things that could be going on here. But here's the thing, other Bandai products are being sold on Japan You Want. Other Digimon products are being sold on Japan You Want. So if they really are just asserting their rights over their products, why are Digimon products as a whole not being removed from the store? Why is it only the card game? Again, we have no answers to all of this, but here is essentially the most that we can say. There is a reason why the products, the trading card game products, have been removed, and nobody is actually talking about the reason for that right now. It might be that they're gearing up for an international launch, and it would absolutely make sense to take them off of international resellers if they were doing that. But it might also just be that they don't want it sold internationally. Oh, another reason. I did have a third reason. Here's my third reason. The game is proper job selling out in Japan. It is getting very difficult to find in stores. I was chatting to the lovely Antoine Boulet, who some of you might know from my other channel, the Pokemon one. And they told me the other day that it's just not in store. I had a look, could not find any. I've shown you tweets in the past from Japanese shops on Twitter tweeting out that it's back in stock, but be quick, they're expecting it to sell out. So maybe they're trying to do the Japanese player base a solid and keeping it in stock in Japan. I don't know. Also, that picture I showed you earlier from Japan You Want, worth noting that one of the images you see there is Battle Spirits, another card game, Digimon sleeves. Just going to leave that one there with you. Now we're going to head on over to the whole screen capture bit for the last bit of this video here, because what you can see here is the Dragon Ball Super US website. Why am I showing you this? Well, as we scroll down, there is a questionnaire. Hey, can you answer some of these questions to help us improve your gameplay experience? So we click on it, and what it does, and this was off the official Dragon Ball Super website, bearing in mind this is a card game made by Bandai. Just like the Digimon card game. And as we go down, select your gender, input your age and number, where do you live, what products have you bought, blah, blah, blah. What other card games have you played in the last 6 months? Oh. Digimon card game Japanese. Now, what they've basically done here is they've listed everything they can think of. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon physically and digitally. Magic, the same thing. You've got Vanguard, Legends of Runeterra, Keyforge, Final Fantasy, Vice Wars, Argent Saga, Hearthstone, Shadowverse, Xenozard, Force of Will, Buddy Fight, and other. They have given you a whole bunch of different options here as to which one you might choose. Well, why have they listed Digimon card game? It is the only Japanese card game listed. They haven't listed Battle Spirits. And that's had a Digimon crossover. What is kind of sad, they haven't actually listed Chrono Clash there, and I do like that game, so that's a little bit sad. But you can see they've basically listed everything. They have not listed Japanese games other than the Digimon card game. Does that mean anything? Maybe. Could do. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty exhaustive, this questionnaire. They start talking to you about Dragon Ball video games and apps and Dragon Ball merchandise and all of that good stuff. But the fact of the matter is, they are acknowledging it. Bandai have put out a questionnaire on their official website for the Dragon Ball Super card game, where they have listed essentially all the relevant card games, and they have listed the Japanese Digimon card game there. And maybe that's just us. Like, genuinely. Maybe this is just because we've done such a great job as a community over with the Facebook group, etc., growing the interest in this game that they felt they need to put it on there. But you've got to admit at this stage that things are really starting to add up. This doesn't mean that a Digimon card game, a version of it, or indeed just the game, is coming over to somewhere outside of Japan. And the fact that it's not being sold in some online sellers doesn't mean that. But remember, as well as the Japanese version of the site, there is an actual English version of the website. In English, not translated. Here, it's translated. This is an actual Japanese version of the website. And it's an English version of the Japanese website. It's an actual English version of the website. And we have got an actual official English rulebook. Official rulebook on the official website. English release version 1.1. It's an actual English rulebook. And if we go over to the card list on the English version of the website, we've got actual English translations. Now, it is worth bearing in mind that they have explicitly said that where there is some uncertainty between the English and Japanese translations, that the Japanese translations do take precedence. They are the more important of them. They do win, so to speak. But the fact that they've even got English translations at all is kind of ridiculous and a wonderful sign. Things are starting to build up. Like I've said, there is no guarantee that this is going to come over here. It may or may not. I believe it will. But you've got to admit there are a lot of things happening which are starting to look rather convenient. Wouldn't you say? I don't know. I like to keep you guys abreast of the rumours, and I do get questions multiple times per week from lovely people asking me if the game is going to be releasing over here. So it seems like the kind of thing the least I can do is give you little updates where it's possible to do so. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the news for now, but I want to hear from you guys. Do you think we're going to be getting the game? What do you think about all of these things happening? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Play.